today's video is a long-awaited video because y'all have been asking for my opinion on the Rhianna Fenty Beauty line. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. I am a Sephora makeup artist, so we did get a little bit of training on the Fenty Beauty products. So in this video, I will be giving you my full 110% opinion on this, and I will give you my full review. I do a demo, and I just want to let you guys know that the education that we get from Sephora really helps us teach you as clients what to do, how to use it, all that kind of good stuff. There is a lot of different reviews on the products already, and I was really hesitant to do it, but because you guys are all supportive and wanted me to do it, I will have that for you. So if you guys want to know my opinions on the Rhianna Fenty Beauty makeup line, go ahead and keep watching.
Get ready for work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt. There's something about that work, 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 work.
How's it going, everybody? So you guys all requested this video, and I'm gonna do it for you because ask and you shall receive. So as you can tell, I'm not wearing any face makeup. Reason is because we are going to be doing a beauty review and demo of the Fenty Beauty foundation and how to do the Fenty face from a Sephora makeup artist perspective. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Janiefer. I know a lot of reviews were already put out from beauty vloggers and beauty influencers who actually got the product at Rihanna's release party. Difference is I did get a little bit of education from what we do learn at Sephora, so I wanted to incorporate what I learned and what I use. I wanted to come in here and be able to give you guys some information and insight on techniques that I've been learning, techniques I've been using, and just an overall review of this foundation. I'm not wearing anything on my face, and the reason is because the first step to getting good complexion with this foundation is to have a really good skin prep. I'm going to be using my Tatcha water cream, and this is the baby version, and I'm going to apply this all over my skin. And I have more combination skin. I'm no longer as oily as I used to be, and the reason is because I use a different type of moisturizer. I've been using more hydrating moisturizers for my skin. My skin was more dehydrated, so I was overproducing a lot of oil, which is reason why I thought I was oily. Now, if you don't wear a moisturizer, with this foundation, the foundation is going to catch on to all the texture, all the bumps, all the discoloration that you have on your face. The point of the hydrator with this foundation, it's supposed to be your prep step for the foundation because the foundation is over mattifying. With that, I'm going to also put on some eye cream. This is the fresh Lotus Eye Gel, and I like this one because it's not as heavy as some other eye creams. If you guys would like a skincare routine, please thumbs up this video and let me know down below. That way I know what you guys are looking for. This is the pamphlet we got in gratis that explains everything that Rihanna has in her line. So we have foundations and primer, her highlighters, her powder, and then her gloss bomb. If you haven't noticed, Rihanna's skin is very, very, very minimal. So this is the pamphlet again. So she has really nice skin, and even with foundation on, her skin still looks more skin-like, more dewy. And I think that's the difference between this foundation and other mattifying foundations, is that it still gives you a nice skin finish. Anybody can use this foundation. Again, with proper skincare, anybody can use it. There are 40 different shades. The shade range for this foundation is a lot, and the reason why is because Rihanna wanted to create a line that targeted every single complexion color from very fair to very deep. I've used this foundation on very fair clients and very deep clients, and let me tell you, there is gonna be a shade for everybody. The way the system works is it goes by light, medium, tan, and then deep. So 100s are light, 200s are medium, 300s I believe is tan, and then 400 is deep. So this foundation is supposed to be a soft matte filtered foundation. It's long wear. It is light as air and it's medium to full coverage. It's oil free and doesn't clog pores. It instantly smooths and has a shine free look. Climate adaptive technology, sweat and humidity resistant, matte finish that lets the skin look like skin. Now, let me tell you, all of those claims are true. I've worn this foundation for a long period of time. this foundation is truly long wearing. Reason is because I would wear it for school, from being up at 5 a.m. and getting ready at 5 a.m. to working till 9:30 and then not getting home till almost 10. So that long period of time I've had the foundation on. I've also wear it with and without primer. Just letting you all know, the foundation is great with a primer, but I personally love it without a primer. With this foundation, it is medium to full coverage, and I say that because there are days where I don't want to wear a full beat to school. I would prefer it to be more skin-like, but do cover up a little bit of discoloration that I got going on. For the tools for this foundation, you can definitely use your fingers to get a more light to medium coverage. You could also use a beauty blender or a brush. Rihanna's brush is really nice. Of course, we are sold out, so I didn't get the chance to buy it. I did get a chance to play with it in store and use it on clients, and using that brush is amazing. It buffs really well and it gets into like all the crevices of the face. Because we don't have that one to sell, I'm going to show you guys something very similar that I like for this foundation. So again, with her foundation system, it is very different. It's not where 310 is my color, the next color 320 is going to be also my color. This foundation range is very undertone driven. So just because it's the next color up doesn't mean it's going to be the right shade for you. You would have to skip numbers to get the right undertone. So because I am 310 warm, the next shade up that if I were to use would be 330 warm. I would skip the 320 because 320 is more warm peach, which means it pulls more orange. If you bought this foundation and you don't like it, honestly, it could be because the wrong color, you matched yourself to the wrong color, you didn't get anybody's help, and you're not prepping your skin, or you're not shaking the bottle. So this one you have to shake really well. And I like that this foundation is really lightweight. It does have a watery finish, but also the price point's really great. Rihanna did make a nice price point for everybody. The foundations are $34, I believe, and her matchsticks are like $25 each, and then there's a set. Everything in her line is fairly price pointed, and I like that because it makes it easier for the everyday girl to buy the foundation and use it. With Fenty Beauty, I feel like the goal and the mission of this was to create beauty for everybody, and Rihanna did a really good job with that. I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing my foundation lately, and I'm going to be showing you guys my glowy skin because a lot of you have been commenting on Instagram about it because I haven't been using a primer and I haven't been overly mattifying my face. So this is a new technique that I also learned from someone at work. Nicole, if you're watching this, hi. She has been very helpful with her tips, and she's my senior artist. She's also my education lead, but she's been very helpful when it comes to me trying to recreate better foundation looks. And I honestly, the skin is in. It is. Your skin will thank you when you invest in it. Like, you can buy foundations and you can buy all these expensive things, but they're not going to cover up your age spots. They're not going to cover up everything unless you address your skincare. My goal is to have perfectly nice skin so I don't have to wear a lot of foundation. I'm going to take 2 pumps, and as you can tell, this foundation's already runny. You see that? So I'm going to go in with a beauty blender first, and I'm going to soak it up, and I'm going to start on my jawline. With this foundation, if you are going to dot your foundation all over your face first, work quickly. And as you already can tell, a lot of the discoloration on my chin was covered up. So there is this connotation that this foundation oxidizes. This does not oxidize. Oxidize and dry down time is a different lingo. There's different definitions for them. So when we were trying to explain it to clients, we were trying to tell clients that oxidation is when it changes over time. So as the day goes on and progresses, it gets hotter, it gets darker, it gets all of that, the foundation will change. Reason, it could be your skin. Your skin can cause foundations to change. It could also be all the products you're using. It could be humidity too. So there are a lot of factors into oxidation. This, on the other hand, because it's a water base, you have to let the water evaporate to get the true color. And I'm going to show you guys that on my hand because already on my face I got a nice even amount of coverage. But on my hand, you can see that the foundation dried to its true color. When I first pumped it, it was a little dark. But once you let it dry, it gives you the true color. So, beauty blender, good. I'm going to do another 2 pumps for the other side of my face, and I'm going to use my number 47 brush from Sephora collection. This brush, if I don't have the Fenty one to sell, I'll sell this one. And I like this because it has a nice beveled edge. And basically what I'm doing is I'm painting on the foundation, but I'm also stippling where I need more coverage. So with this foundation brush, because it has that nice beveled edge, I can build up my coverage, but I can also blend out with this part of the brush. And I like this brush because it's very dense. So again, coverage I can build up. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to go right here. I believe with a brush it gives you more full coverage because it's more dense than the sponge. And a lot of people were saying you can't use a beauty blender with this. I would like to just say you can, because Rihanna does sell a sponge with her line. So if you end up buying her sponge, you can definitely use a sponge with this foundation. I'm just going to go over my nose a little bit more with the brush on both sides because I have a lot of discoloration there. Oh, bring it down my... That's enough coverage for me. Like, I could do a little bit more, but I'm digging it. I'm cool. So, one thing I like about this foundation as well is that you can use it under your eyes. So I'm going to take one pump, and I'm going to use my beauty blender under my eyes with this as my concealer. And it's light enough to go underneath the eye. If you like to be brighter, you can definitely go ahead and use a lighter foundation. I personally am okay with this color because I am going to go over with more concealer if I need to, but I feel like I don't. See? So no concealer, or no foundation, foundation. Her matchsticks are also really good, but I always tell people if you're going to use that cream stick, you have to use really good skincare. If your skincare is not hydrating enough, especially if you're dry under your eyes, it's going to catch on to all the texture. That is enough coverage for me. So I'm going to leave it at that. Usually when I'm going to work, I will do a little bit more coverage, but I'm digging this. It's okay. She's good. So you can definitely use this foundation under your eyes as your concealer. You can also use the matchsticks if you prefer something more lighter, but for $34, I mean, you get a foundation and concealer in one, so you get a better bang for your buck. So for my forehead is a little bit darker than the rest of my face. Reason is because I live in Hawaii. We are hit with sun first, so my forehead is a little darker. So how to fix that? If you don't want to buy a darker foundation for the rest of your face or your forehead area, apply foundation right in this area. So right in between your brows and a little bit of your brows, because now it looks like I have my natural bronzer. So that works in my favor because then I don't have to use another foundation. 2 pumps on each sides of my face with a brush and a beauty blender. Definitely can use it underneath the eyes. But my favorite thing about this foundation is that it sets itself. You don't have to use a powder like all over your face. The only place I like to use my Laura powder now is just underneath my eyes and around my nose where I get oily. So I'm just gonna set just a little bit here and a little bit here and right on the sides of my nose. Sides of my nose and on top of my nose, on my, upper lip and chin. These are the areas where I get more oily and I tend to separate a little bit more. You can leave it at this with the foundation if you prefer to be more matte. The way I like to use it lately, and when I set my face, I've been using my Stellar powder. This is the This is the Aurora powder. This is an amazing, like, luminous powder. So I'm going to take whatever's left on my cap and I'm just going to buff it into my skin with a big brush like this. And you don't need a lot with this powder because it's already like a nice glow. This just allows for super glowy skin. Like with this face powder already from Stellar, you can see like I have a nice glow. So that's why I really like it. Now for the fun part, I'm gonna do the Fenty highlighter duo on myself for you guys. This is Mean Money and Hustler Baby. So everybody got this in gratis, and let me just tell you, it flatters everyone. I've even used this on darker complexion and it looks really good. On lighter complexion, it is a little bit more golden, so you kind of want to play with maybe the lighter ones. I know you guys are probably asking why I don't have the bright gold one. Honestly, it's really pretty, but on myself, I don't think I'll see myself wearing it, but I do want to buy it because I do want to use it as an eyeshadow. I think that color would be so pretty for like holiday looks when you do like golds and like a red lip. This gives you a very nice glow. It doesn't give you the boom in your face glitter glow, but it gives you the boom in your face glow. Like, okay, so I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. It's just really, really pretty. So I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna use Hustler Baby and Mean Money. So I just do both, but let me just bless your feed real quick. Okay. Eh? Jesus Christ. You see this? Do you see this? I'm using a Beauty Box fan brush that I got in their set. Also, the lashes that I'm wearing is from Beauty Box. These are in 24 karat. If you would like to get some of their lashes and save some money, you can use my code Janiefer to save money off, and that's Janiefer with 3 A's. But do you see how freaking beautiful this is? Okay. Woo. Okay, so I'm going to put some up here. I'm going to put some here. Yeah, okay, and then down the bridge of my nose. Look at that. And then I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow. So now I look like a glazed donut. So Rihanna came out with 4 duos and 2 singles. So she has her Trophy Wife, Metal Moon, Lightning Dust, Fire Crystal, Mean Money, Hustler Baby is the one that I have, Girl Next Door, Chic Freak, Ginger Binge, and Moscow Mule. The Moscow Mule one is so pretty. You can use that as eyeshadow or blush. And that's one thing that I also like about her line, is that everything is multi-use. You don't have to just use foundation as foundation. You can use it as concealer. You don't have to just use the matchsticks as contour and cream stuff. You can even use it as eyeshadow. I've had a client take the more peachy color one and she used it as eyeshadow and it was beautiful on her. Now, last step is lips. This is my natural lip color with lip balm on. Now, Rihanna did come out with her gloss balm. The gloss balm is supposed to be universal to anybody. Yes, anybody can use it. But for people with a little bit more pigmented lip colors, it shows. Like my lips, it just looks really glossy when I put it on. See how it gives me like a nice tint but not an overly like peachy tint? Like on some of my coworkers it looks really good, it looks really peachy on them, but on me, because I have a little bit more of a pigmented lip, it doesn't give me enough color payoff. But I'm okay with it. I've been digging this color and it's so beautiful. I love her brush. Reason being is because it picks up more product and you're able to disperse in like 2 swipes. One for the bottom, one for the top, but I'm extra, so I'm going to put more on. And again, a very reasonable price point for $18 for a gloss. Comes with a really big applicator, so that's why I really like it. I like big things. Alright, so the last step I like to do, and this is just a little extra, is I like to take a clear lip balm, and this is the Smith's Rose Salve. And this is the peppermint one, so it kind of plumps the lip up a little bit more. And I'm going to apply this right on the center of my lip, just to give me that wet high shine look. Okay? See? All in all, I give this foundation a 10 out of 10. It has knocked out a lot of my foundations because I am a multi-use girl. I also do go to school and I also work, so I don't have the luxury of retouching my face all the time. I need to go from one place to the next place and quick, so that's why I like it, because it lasts a really long time. It has knocked out a lot of foundations off my list, and it doesn't mean I don't love my other foundations. It's just this one is my favorite at the moment. For a good price point, $34 with 1.8 fluid ounces, so you get a little bit more than the regular foundation. As for her highlighters, I really do enjoy her highlighters. They're very more skin highlight. They're not that glitter highlight, which anybody can use it. There are different events and different times where you want to use certain highlighters, but for more everyday stuff, I would love to use her highlighters. As for her matchsticks, of course, I don't own any of them at the moment, but for those are really good for people who are very savvy with their fingers and they don't want to use a brush. You can use her matchsticks with your fingers and just blend really well because the warmth of your fingers. Also, her gloss bomb, I wish she would come out with more colors. The formula is really nice. It's not sticky. It doesn't feel weird. With the gloss bomb, I really like it because it's a little bit more moisturizing than other lip glosses, and it has a nice sheer tint. It has the even amount of color to glitter ratio that I really like, and I also like that the glitter doesn't feel gritty. Some lip glosses feel gritty and I don't like that, but this doesn't move, and that's why I really enjoy it. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and as always, stay beautiful.